and this crowd is ready for a big one. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Cyclones offense takes the field for the first time today. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right?
Running toward the tape. The 40. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
Well, this offense watched their opponents struggle in their last game. They knew that there were some places they could try to attack, especially running the football, and they wasted no time. Opening drive, and they generate an explosive play.
Quickly complete. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
That didn't bust for long, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cyclone! And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So the UCF Knights offense will go to work for the first time. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Yeah, roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Knights want to move quickly. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. To the ground to try to pick up the first. At the 35, he's got room. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10.
And it's just got to be nice to have a running back that can make big-time plays with his feet. First down, second down, third down right here. His opportunity, he gets the football, makes a huge gain. He makes this offense go, and it makes it so easy to be a playmaker.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Fires left. A strike downfield. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. He wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Ellington. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
He'll keep it himself. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a 1st down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw at every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds the tight end. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Cyclones will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. To the air, it's Stout. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Yeah, when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in the...
And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Line getting set on 2nd down. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He'll get rid of it. Fires into traffic, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback are smaller, and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply wouldn't.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. The Knights racing to the line in a hurry up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete downfield. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
And just understanding where you're at on the field, make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
To throw, it's Stout. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Knights in the hurry up. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The Knights will call on their punt team. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Palr.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to the well. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And they got him for the sack.
Well, the offense staying aggressive. They've had success all game long. They just came away with a big play, but finally give up a sack. If they can keep this quarterback standing up, though, they can extend their lead.
Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he was just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. Touchdown, Cyclone! And once he got loose, it was all over.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the game.
The Knights moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Stout. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That's one of the reasons I love this linebacker, man. He can rush the passer. He does a great job timing his blitz, and with that speed, he's able to get home quickly.
The Knights send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Iowa State sending the offense back out. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
It'll be a draw. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Iowa State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Iowa State.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking downfield, it's Stout. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The Knights will hustle to the line.
And we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. They'll try to run for it. The Knights get it past the sticks.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Knights are moving quickly down the field. Looking to move it through the air. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quick strike complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but build some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage. And
looking for a huge play. He's got it inside the 25. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclone. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Bringing it out. And the returner is stopped. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Got out of trouble and throws. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there in Orlando. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys just down the road from our EA Sports studios at the Bounce House.
The Cyclones will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And they're trying to dig out of the hole on second and long from the 9. Fast motion from the offense. Dropping back, it's Stout. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Knights headed quickly to the line. Quick completion to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They ran it on first down, now on second. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Takes it from the gun on third down. Catch in the middle. It's Ellington. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Knights are flying down the field. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Looking to throw on second down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
3rd and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on 3rd and long and get tackled and run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT, it's kind of like a punt.
A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge game.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the 1st half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers?
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Iowa State. And the route is on. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
42, UCF 17.
He'll return it. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They give it to him again. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage miss.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Stout. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Cyclones. Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you've got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He's looking to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Ellington. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for second down. Here's the give off the left side. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going.
Off to the races to the right. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, UCF!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Cyclones with the 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the back. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
How nice is it as a defense? You can drop 7 guys in the coverage, only rush 4, and still get home. That makes you feel good if you're the coordinator.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
And the Cyclones trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
They're working that left side. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. On the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Dropping back, it's Stout. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Third down play from the gun. Throws to the wideout. And it's on the ground. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. 1st down here for the offense.
Yeah, and you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back and make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Lets it go to the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play. A 1st down for the offense. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking to throw it, Stout. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Knights are rolling down the field. Running back goes in motion. Going up top on 1st down. Gets it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Going to take a shot. Grabs it up the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Knights! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Makes the grab down the middle. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Iowa State. And the punishment has been extended. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues. About to go 8-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Iowa State, 59. UCF.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Here comes the offense on first down. Looking for a man. It's Stout. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback side.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. First down for this offense. A designed run for the quarterback. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense is.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back. He's going through his progressions to see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Going for it all. Ball in the air, intercepted. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they... Coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Stout. Get it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Offense set on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They go to the ground. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Open space at the 25. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense